lot.
I know.
My dress is cute. Do you like my dress?
Oh, this is what we wanted to talk about. Oh yes, the dress is cute.
It's cute. Cute flowy dress. You're ready to go out. It's breezy, it's beautiful. Ready.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The channel. It's not the channel. The channel. My name is Buli Makhubo. If you are new here, welcome. And this is my husband.
Makhubo.
You know how it is. You know how we roll. So we decided to take out a few minutes. Well, not that we decided. Our itinerary allows us to have a few minutes to just do this video. And I thought how nice would it be to do this video at our honeymoon. So if you've been with us a little long, you know what I'm saying? Been with us a little long, we have an honeymoon, the original honeymoon, and then this is our honeymoon too. Yeah, so we thought that we would come up on the channel and do an update. You know, we always get without fail, how is marriage? How is this? How are things?
How is marriage? How's your wife? And
but usually how's marriage? So we thought it would be great because you know we're always open and honest on this channel to tell you how we've personally experienced it. We're hitting 2 years literally tomorrow, but whenever you see this video, definitely would have hit 2 years by then of officially being married. So yeah, we thought we'd just take you through the journey and yeah, do some comparisons and see if we would recommend
at this time.
We would recommend for you to join or do what we've done. I'm joking, we probably would recommend it, but
still
definitely recommend it. So without wasting time, let's just get into it. How has, for you personally, marriage been thus far? So maybe what we can do to make it practical.
Yeah.
How can you compare the first year? People usually say the first year is the worst year. Some people say the first 5 years are the worst year. Like whatever, that's your experience, your whatever. Okay, we are comparing, So we are just comparing for us how our first year was in terms of our relationship and compared to the second year.
You can go.
Me?
Go first.
You let's go.
You go first.
Oh wow. Okay. First year for me, a lot of it was learning. To those who obviously have spoken to us on a more one-on-one basis, we'd always say we're not gonna say it was like smooth sailing, but it wasn't in terms of our relationship. Like we weren't butting heads or like fighting fully with one another in that case. Probably like maybe 80% not, but the things that we went through were things that we just had to go through together. Yes, so we were adjusting and there were a lot of mistakes that we were making. There were a lot of lessons that we were learning. We went through a lot of stress because we're not like stressed in that way, but we're like, oh my gosh, this is what it takes.
That's true.
Like premarital counseling is important, right? But it doesn't.
It's just a foundation. That gives you something to build on.
It's like a guide. Like, so you have the guide on paper, but I think when experiencing it like fully, it's like, it's two different things. It's like university.
That's true.
It's like university you learn one thing, but when you're actually out there, like it's more practical than it is theory. So premarital counseling is literally like that. It's more theory, but our practical was just like totally different. But there were things that we could relate and remember that, oh, remember they said this or whatever. So yeah, for us, for me, I feel like that first year up until our first honeymoon was like, whoo, miracle, like okay, we made it, like it's the stuff we made it, you know. And then second year I think was much more better, a little bit more better in terms of what we learned and how we are running our lives as a family, you know. We took what we learned from the first year and we made it our own. I think second year for me was my favorite so far. We've learned so much and we've literally grown from strength to strength and strength to strength. Yeah, that's my
first year to now, and also how we, I don't know, communication as well. There's things that I know with it does, and it helps the relationship for you guys to have a flow. Like, guys, perfect. This is a secret. For free. Yeah, if you're a husband, you want to make your wife happy, try not to fight the whole, like, maybe fight maybe once or twice in a day. Don't argue a lot. Yeah, if you can.
Fighting once or twice is still too much, though.
Yeah, maybe not fight, maybe just to argue.
Or complain.
Complain. Because sometimes you can see what you can get away with.
Why must people complain with only once or twice a day? Otherwise, no sex.
Yes.
Where are you getting this from?
Do it from my observation. I'm telling you, I'm gonna reveal things.
If you shot at me, you ain't getting none.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Unless if I change the mood and then bring some chocolate nyana. I mean, about it, you're still dating her, so I'm sure bringing my chocolate and chocolate. Hey, look at you. You were not expecting this. I like it.
Anyway, while we're on that topic, between the sex in the first year and second year, because obviously we waited. We that was our decision. It wasn't about not only like waiting, everybody waits, but for us it was honor, and we did that, and we're thankful and we're happy, we're excited that we did that. But now we're married, it's time to have sex. So sex between the first year and second year, I can go. Second year was like hard.
Tell them more. Tell them more.
Huh? Tell them more. Yeah. Second year was better. First year was just a lot of struggles, again, for those who know. And I did make a video about this. The whole contraceptive thing really threw me off, because I was like, Lord, when I saw this man, everything in my body would say yes, okay? And we weren't even married then. So I'm like, but now we're married. Why are we so calling, like, to start the car and keep things warm? So eventually things changed. I changed a lot of things. We changed a lot of things, and just to get my health and hormonal balance back on check. And it's been good.
Give us the meat.
Must I give them the meat to the point where you'd say, baby, no.
She was saying that.
Baby, no.
Oh yes, I was saying
you
that.
You said that.
Hey, I'm telling you,
I was like, bruh.
Yeah, no. Bruh. It's actually nice. I don't lie to you. It's very nice with that. The same thing with me, hey? Because for me, sex, I knew, Guti, we had to fight it for it to be amazing. And we had to apply ourselves and we had to like be intentional. Because she mentioned something, good baby, for you to get to 100 kilometers per hour, it takes you 5 seconds. For them, it can take them 10 minutes, 15 minutes, longer. So if you don't do foreplay, it's even longer. If you don't,
and most Christian men don't want to do foreplay.
They want to go straight.
Just want to go straight. Just want to go.
Can you imagine someone has been waiting for you for like 5 years, 6 years, and then when you guys do the deed,
it's just like you're a one-trick pony. No, futumezi moto.
Dude, because there's even one patient who said, "Dude, I've been waiting for my entire life," and then this guy's like, "Is this it?"
And that's so disappointing, because we wait, guys. We wait. We would literally have conversations about this with my friends when we were still unmarried, and we're like, "What if we wait? We're waiting, and then when we get married."
And let it speak. So I had to protect that guy and say, no man, just speak to him. Try to adjust something new, different.
Okay.
So
you have to get out of that thing. Like, okay, there's something we have put particular things where we're just like, that's nasty. Not gonna go there. Sorry, no thanks. Like, it just doesn't make sense to my mind why certain human beings would do that. But I digress. This is not the channel. We don't want to get demonetized. But there's certain things where you literally just be free and be as free as you can, because not every day is going to be the same. So you can't every day just be cooking up the same thing, like just the same bed, the same pillows, the same. But yeah, so first year was definitely, we learned a lot. We went through a lot.
Yeah, we did.
Second year, we actually fully just got to enjoy a bit of a normal a normal sex life, I guess.
Amazing sex life.
Yeah. Oh normal, yeah. No, but like not normal, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it wasn't as like problematic and as up and down and as, you know, tumultuous as
It's true.
Yeah. Another thing for us, we learned a lot. There was a lot of growth for us financially. I think this one needs to be discussed because if there's anything in marriage that makes people split, it's sex and finances. Those are the top two. And then there's, of course, infidelity, which we're actually going to go in a bit because people asked, someone asked me once, have we ever experienced infidelity, things like that. So we can actually just talk about that as well.
Okay.
So yeah, finances for us, a big learning curve. Big learning curve because, again, premarital counseling, theory, and then the practical. So when we're dating and we showed each other our bank statements, that was a very good first step. But now actually getting in there and now, you know, you're no longer single. That money that could take me to Zara and back, now it must go to, you know, the house needs to look good, you know, your home needs to look good, there needs to be some food. So we learned a lot. I learned quickly that I'm a person who liked to go out, go shopping, whatever. It's not that I don't like to go shopping, but I had to learn how to prioritize a lot of things. Because remember the first few months is actually more funny than it is serious. That one went shopping and then 20, so the fridge is looking like it's struggling. Then I'm like, no ways, you can't have the fridge or your home struggling but you're looking good on the streets. So it was just learning how to say, actually I can't still have the old habits. It was just the old habits and there was nothing wrong with buying myself, but the manner in which I did it was excess. It was a bit too much for where we were to figure out what we actually need, because again, our expenses were in theory. We knew, okay, these are our expenses.
I remember that.
But the practicality of it, because you're still forgetting that, hey, sometimes you might need this, you might need this, you might need that, you might need that. That for me was a huge learning curve where I'm like, no, my priorities is first my home and our family, and then afterwards I can always get, you know, things here and there. And it helped me to get a lot of self-control in the sense that because I was such an impulsive purchaser, like literally to the point where I've had things in my closet with the tag on that I've never worn. And even now, I've been with my husband for 4 years, and when I put something out of my closet, he's like, is that new? And I'm like, I bought this like 3 years ago. And that's the issue, because I bought it and I liked it, but I haven't worn it. So that was just my problem. So I learned a lot in terms of that for me personally, just the balancing and learning how to prioritize and putting the family first, you know. That for me was the most important, because that essentially makes the family run smoothly, very, very smoothly. So that's how it was for us. I don't know if you want to say anything on that.
My advice is that apply this sooner. Before, if you do it later on, now you're getting millions now. Trust me, you will prioritize yourself. You Gucci, you take it in Mawachi, everything else. You're looking good, but at home, for me, I always say this: my wife needs to look much more better than me. If we had to put it like this, yes. So you would never see me shining more than my wife. I can't do that, dude. That's so wrong, and it doesn't even sit well. Now it's no good. You do all that, but when your wife, it's like, okay, good, could be better. So I learned my priority, it's actually the home. You see, when the Bible talks about to provide for your home, for me, I applied it like that: to provide for your home first before you provide for yourself,
and then he provides for his wife. Literally, that's been the vibe, which I really appreciate. So we've learned a lot financially. The way we do finances has changed in a good way, 180. We've adjusted a lot, and a lot of the things have been really, really good in that aspect.
For me also as well, we're learning a lot from people around us, because it helped. It's like, I think we were blessed with people that manage their finances very well, and you can see the application as well. It's not just in the Pumale. You can see, I'm gonna buy for the wife first, and then he buys for himself, and then he buys for everyone else. I'm like, oh, that's the odd. Even with kids, dude, when you have kids, I wanna do that. I wanna prioritize my wife. I can tell them that car, you see those expensive cars, check it, expensive 5K cars or 6K, and then my wife is like, dude, I just want toiletries. I don't have. And I'm like, no, but my child wants this. Where was the child in the beginning?
Number 3 in our order: God, your spouse, your children. That's our order, and that's the order we want to go with.
Continue with this.
And we'll continue with that.
Because one day bazohamba bakushiye.
Exactly.
Then uzohlala naye lona ungamthengelanga next toilet bag ihamba.
Exactly. So yeah, financially God has been good to us. Yeah, on our side, financially has been so good. We've grown a lot. We've learned a lot, and we're going to continue to learn, but we have done our best to put first things first, and I think that's the most important. And then have we experienced any infidelity, cheating, or ampur almost within our relationship? No. Within our marriage,
next,
no. Within our marriage, no.
Yeah, but dude, this thing I have to say, this is a problem sometimes, eh? Like some people will be intentional and say, I know you're married, which is okay. However, I just want to be here next to you just to balance things off. I experienced that.
I experienced that 3 days before the day before we came on our holiday, that this man was just like, listen, yo, and I was with my friend, this man was just like, yo, I'm like, dude, he's like, can we go out? Can we call? I'm like, no, we can't. I'm not available. I'm not single. I'm married. He's like, that doesn't mean you can't have friends. That's what he says. He said, it doesn't mean you can't have friends. I don't have to call you. I'll just text you. Bruh, no. No. There's so many. So people do attempt, but I've never found myself in a position where I'm like, no, because if anything, that person who comes up to me, I mean, like, they're not worth me losing this, you know. It's not that one has ever been like tempted beyond control or whatever, but it's you're not worth the hassle, you're not worth the fight, you're not worth the stress and everything. And I always believe that people come with something, and I'm not willing to find out. I would never be willing to find out what you come with. Like, you could come with the Ferrari, for example, you could come with the house, you could come with this, but you might come with something else spiritually or emotionally that might be abusive or whatever. So I'm not going to be willing to wait it out so that I can see you treat me some way and then I lose someone who was treating me really well the whole time. So it's a no from me. That's just been my thing. I've told my husband this the whole time. I've told him this the whole time, and people wonder why. It's not like you don't have people who come into the thing. People always come, but I just think it's like, you're here, but you're definitely not worth losing everything. You're not worth it. Sorry. You can't put a price on this. For me personally, can't put a price on it. So yeah, I think that's just pretty much our update between first and second year. Second year was like, if first year was an 80 out of 100, second year was like a 90 out of 100. Don't worry, it's a good number. We will get to 150 out of 100 one day. Yeah. But yeah, it's really good up there. Like, we really wanna raise the bar, because we do know that some people don't have it easy, and I think that's another thing. We can't shy away from having a good thing and then say, yeah, it's alright. No, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Dude,
We're good. We're just like every other couple. Sometimes he's just going to annoy me. I'm going to annoy him probably every day. Yesterday he said to me, he's like, how do you do
He has a PhD in how he annoys me. I don't know.
It's just like, how do you just do that so effortlessly? And it's because I'm just goofy. So he's just, look at his face.
Fine, I'm just thinking about that moment.
He's so traumatized. So yeah.
Then I still smile. I'm like, ish, baby, this thing is annoying me.
Because it's fun. It's fun just being me.
Yeah, no.
Right?
It's a good thing. Maybe you can end it off with the do's and don'ts. I don't know. Or do you do want that? Oh my God,
do's and don'ts. I don't think that. What are our do's and don'ts? Our do's and don'ts.
Maybe our do's and don'ts. Yeah.
Our do's and don'ts, and it's not like it's just rules, but our do's and don'ts will always be communication, That's the most that we do communicate. We have to though. What we let slip during second year, maybe what I let slip during second year is my basic communication with my husband. If I'm being honest, in the sense of like just texting. Well, I text him everywhere I go, but there was a manner like we used to text like fully, like communicate fully when he gets to work. Yeah, and just random texts during the day, just those random texts during the day. I kind of stopped doing that, and I think because of lockdown and one is working from home, you go to work, it was just like I've got other stuff to do at home, so I'd get preoccupied by a lot of things and always just kind of take for granted maybe the fact that you're safe and the fact that you are busy and working and stuff, because we can't call each other during the day. We can't, because your job doesn't allow you to, you know. But just a simple text. So I let that slide. My bad.
And it goes to the second point, which you don't stop dating each other.
Yes.
You see the things that you used to do, or maybe not the things, because that can be a problem, because you can be fixed on the old. Maybe the heart
learn
or
to
the
adjust
intention.
To
the heart or the intention of the things that you used to do while you were dating. You take your partner out, the intention. Same intention applied now. It doesn't have to be the same thing, taking her out to the movies. You know your wife who's a movie. Do something that she would appreciate. Effort. Apply an effort to
And the next thing for me, what I learned is learn to adjust to the change. I think what can be really frustrating is that you can see change, but you might have realized that one season was better than the next. Like the past season was better than where we're at now, but you have to make the most out of, you know, your season.
Every season,
whether it's winter and summer, because winter can still be the most beautiful season as compared to spring or summer. You know, most people are just anticipating those 3 months out of the year. Learn to adjust, because that's what marriage is. Marriage is a thing that's constantly changing. Your relationship is constantly changing and growing. How we did things when we're dating is not how we're doing things now, or even how we did things at the beginning of the year. So I just feel we both have learned that we have to just adjust.
Adjust together.
Because
we want to adjust over 50.
Exactly.
60, exactly. You're still not in power with each other. So just continue.
Good stuff. And continue to love on one another. Do your best to love on one another. Put one another first. Don't treat each other like roommates. It's very easy to adjust and get comfortable within that thing. Like
and be spontaneous, dude. Like, out of nowhere, I'm saying, dude, let's do this. Like, hey,
spend a rack for the girl, you know, just be like, spoil yourself.
Because the other time is like, babe, we don't want to do this. I'm like, take. It's like, what?
Yeah, the other time was like, I want to do this, and he's like, man, here you go. I'm just like, that. You know what I'm saying?
Being spontaneous is very nice to be. It's true.
Yeah. So that's well, that's what I like. I don't know what y'all like. Y'all like diamonds. I couldn't care about diamonds. Give me the money. Money's where it's at. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We might have forgotten a few, but this
actually numbing question.
Yeah, I had points. We're on holiday mode, but we just wanted to do a check-in and just to let you guys know that we are doing well, and this is where we are. Honestly speaking, we can only speak from an honest point and the things that we've experienced. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining our journey and being on our journey with us, our journey of love. And I think because of where our lives are going, to a certain point, I always say that, to a certain extent or point, that's why, to a certain extent or point, we definitely want to have you more in our lives. You know, we'll be sharing quite a bit more. Certain things are obviously going to be like off limits. Like, guys, we'll never do a house tour wherever we go, wherever we move to, unless it's like a holiday home, because it's temporary, you know. But yeah, other things like that are really private and personal, we won't do. But we're definitely gonna start opening up and bring you guys more into our world, which is lovely. So yeah, this is from the Max. Happy 2 years to us. Yeah, we're excited and we thank God so much that we are entering 2 years without like limping, like, yo, it's been lit. No, we are so grateful that we are entering 2 years of love and kisses and smiles. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and please subscribe, and yeah, we will catch you on the next video. And don't forget to tell your friends.
Oh yes,
to tell their friends, to like, comment, and sister.